Hi friends, and welcome back to Lemon Tree Corner. This week in the studio we are going to be doing some scrapbooking. In addition to all the fabric we have to cut out for those tablet sleeves and the coin purses. So go ahead and grab a water or a coffee or a tea and let's get started. Let me show you all the goodies I have for our scrapbooking project. So a while back, Creative Memories, my sister is a consultant. I'll have to put a link to her down below if you're interested in getting into scrapbooking or need any supplies. But Creative Memories does these beautiful albums, and I just have sheets here. They have the post sheets, but I'm liking these sheets better. They're basically just like a a top-loading protector sheet, more like the albums that you would buy at Joann's or Michael's. I like that style better because I like to do a whole sheet and shove it in there. So we're going to use this album for our Oregon and Washington trips. Hoping to get both trips in here. Might be too much for me. I am a maximalist when it comes to taking photos, so I don't know if that'll work. I went a little haywire when ordering supplies for this. First thing I like to do is I like to take one of these little project sleeves with me on vacation, and I put together, I've got the itinerary, I've got all this stuff we did, you know, when we have handouts or anything like that, business cards, and then I also got these beautiful postcards. Which way are we going? I'm going this way. So I got these beautiful postcards. Sometimes a postcard is just going to be your best bet instead of trying to get the perfect picture on the perfect day with the perfect weather. So sometimes it's just better to go buy the postcard. We've even got our sleeve from our hotel key in there. And I like to put in a copy of my itinerary, whether it's a clean copy or the copy that I wrote all over, just so that I know what we did on what days, and you know, I just kind of keep that with the album in case I want to or anybody else wants to recreate some of those experiences. So I have to find the one for Oregon because this is the one for Washington. We bought some really cute paper packs to go with that. Look at that paper. So we have Mermaid Cove, which is very pretty. So just looking for some oceany, beachy ones, but also some camping. So this one we have some more camping things. We got Deep Into the Woods. So there's two different packs. There's a regular pack and a texture pack. And I got two of the texture packs because we did a lot of hiking and waterfalls and stuff in Washington. I thought I had some more coastal paper, so I'll have to take a look because most of the stuff we did in Oregon was on the coast. I also got the Deep Into the Woods ephemera pack. I will show you that more up close when we get there. And then this one is really cute. It's Leave Nothing Behind. It's more like the hiking and backpacking and that kind of thing. And then another one with all the wildlife stickers, which is super cute. So I'm going to go look for some coastal paper because we can't do much until I get the photos back from Wildgrain. They're having a great deal right now, 50% off all prints. So I went ahead and ordered all the Oregon photos. I have to go through and pick out all the Washington photos. I'm very excited to get some scrapbooking done because I haven't done that in a really long time. My sister and her friends are doing a scrapbook retreat this weekend, and I can't exactly go for the whole weekend, but I'm going to be there in spirit, so I decided this is a good weekend for me to focus on that. Lay everything out on my kitchen table, take over, and get some of this stuff done. But now I'm worried about the paper. I have a lot of coastal paper from the past, so I will have to go through and see if I have enough paper for what I need Yeah, I don't know. I also wanted to share with you that we finished our market bag, so I took all the pictures, finished our cute market bag, so I think this is a really good use of all of that sugar and cream yarn, cotton yarn that I have. I'd also like to try making like one of those thick baskets, but I don't know if I have enough of this to do that with. These are really easy because I've got I have like several cones of each color, and this would be perfect for that. So I will have 3 of those at the craft fair, and we will see how they do. Wanted to give you an update on our winter scarf. So you saw I didn't have enough yarn for the other one, so I tore that one apart. We have ordered more yarn, and we have this gorgeous beginning. I'm almost a whole skein in, so now I'm worried I'm not going to have enough even with the 2 skeins. We'll see how far we get. I can always order another skein and start on the other 2 scarves. So that is the winter scarf. I also got this beautiful yarn for the Heart You scarf that we're going to make for Valentine's Day. And then I got this beautiful foresty green yarn for St. Patrick's Day scarf. So looking forward to that. So let's get started. Let's clear off that table and lay out all of our scrapbooking supplies and have some fun. Okay, we got our order and it was redirected, no problem. So that's good. I got a couple more of the seatbelt webbing because we're going to make more of those Harrelson bags. So I just got a variety of colors of those. My local Joann's has not really been restocking the Gutermann thread, so I got some thread that I'm out of. And then we got a bunch more of the small zippers. I don't know where I'm going to put these. I do have another one of those 4-drawer, I think they were Target units, where I'm keeping my other zippers. So we will see if I can make some room in one of those. I think I've just got random stuff in there. So we've got our usual colors that I like to make things out of. So that should cover me as far as the coin purses go. I haven't even started those, so we will see how far we get this week. I'm not sure how this is gonna work. You can see the mess over here. I have gone through all my scrapbook storage and I have found the other papers I was looking for. So most of these paper packs are for the Washington trip because we had the hiking and more of the foresty stuff on that trip, and more of the coastal stuff on the other trip. So I think we had some coastal stuff on this trip, but these are all very slippery packs too. So I might have to put these back away to wait for the other one. I did have some leftover coastal stuff here. I thought this would make a nice cover page. Have a few mermaidy bits left over we can use. And some Graphic 45 little ephemera bits there. We got some white pieces. I like using the white inserts that you get with the protector sheets as matting. So we will save that. Also just got a few random bits left over. I really love these ones. What I might do is do a cover page and the end of the book in the same paper. That might be nice. And then we've got our seaside ephemera left over. Got this one. I might be able to use some of these more woodsy packs. I can't remember what all we did on our vacation. So we've got seaside pack, seaside texture pack, so those are definitely being used. My sister is a creative memories consultant, so if you're interested in getting into any of this, if this looks fun to you, then I'm going to go ahead and link her in the description. I'm going to put a link to her shop. If you're interested, she'll be happy to talk with you about getting started and supplies that you'll need. You know, this is really just a as much as you want to do kind of thing. So if you're into all the papers and all the stickers and all that kind of thing, you can do that. If you just want to slap stuff on the page just to have real photos of things, you can do that as well. So it really just depends on what level of commitment you want to have. But scrapbooking is fun because you don't need a specific level of commitment to do any of this. It's just up to you. Up to you how much you want to commit to this. Okay, so I'm going to start with the seaside paper, mix those together. I've got some of these stickers again. I like to do a nice cover page in the beginning, which is just kind of like Oregon. I'll have to find it. I probably have a sticker that I bought that says Oregon, or Oregon Coast or something like that. So that's nice. This might be better for one of our Hawaii trips. I have a bunch of paper saved up for Hawaii, but we haven't gone the last few years because I've just been going through the change of life, that time of life, and I haven't really wanted to do anything in the heat. So, so I'm just gonna get all set up. I've got my trimming tools, got my guillotine, got everything, and I need to find my actual Oregon folder. So let's do that first. Well, typical of me, I did not plan this ahead very well. So we've got all of our photos, but I do not have the paper. So I couldn't find anything at Michael's or Joann's that really works. So I just placed an order with scrapbook.com, but they're not going to get here for a couple of days, probably not until this weekend is over. And I was really hoping to do it this weekend. So we have, I think I want to keep this one for the aquarium because we're going up to Monterey for spring break. So I think I'm going to set that one aside. We do have the seaside textures. So what I could do is I could start off with these, do the first few pages. I ordered a special paper that says like Oregon, so I really can't mess this up. So I think I'll save one of these to be like the final page in the scrapbook. But it's so pretty, I just don't want to cover it up with a bunch of text or anything. So we'll save those. And then the other thing I can do right now, just because I have everything set up and I just don't want to lose momentum and I don't want to put this off for another weekend, is I can go through and organize all of my photos. I can go through and trim them and put them on a mat and get them all in date order and everything so that that's ready to go. We'll have our cover page and everything when that comes, and then I can start laying stuff out for the first few, the first few pages on here, and then we'll just pick it up again when we come back to it. As I was ordering stuff from Scrapbook.com, they had a whole section of like, oh, this is the paper you picked, and here's an example of somebody's using the paper, and it looks so cool. So I printed it out. I don't like busy scrapbook pages like this, and definitely not something that only has one photo, because I like to cram my pages full of photos. But I do like this idea of the triangle. So it's basically 3 different background papers that you've layered on top of each other, and I really like that look. So I printed it out, Since this is the paper I ordered, we might be able to do that with this. Okay, we have some pages done. This is as many pages as I can get done at this point. Waiting for the other paper. What we could do is plan out the pages, and I could probably do the Portland and the waterfalls in a different paper. So maybe we'll do that. So here we have our flying spread and our first day at the beach. And then we have day one. I didn't do as much journaling as I thought I was going to do. So talking about our friends that let us use their condo. And then we have our day in Newport. I can add some other embellishments in here if we want. I could put the beach one there. We also just have the Oregon one would be nice there. Maybe we'll use that one. I did order some more stickers, so I don't know what's coming, but I can add some more embellishments as we go. Pretty much been scrapbooking all day, so yeah, we'll definitely go to the beach tomorrow and do some of that fun stuff. That's cute. Okay, so we've got our spread here with Newport. And Newport again with the restaurant and the clam chowder. And then we have Cedar Head Lighthouse, which is pretty. And then we have Ecola State Park, where the Goonies was filmed in 1985. And these are, you'll see in the last shot of the Goonies, this rock formation, that's where the pirate ship comes out, if any of you remember that movie. And then we went to the Oregon Film Museum, super cute. Here's the bridge from Oregon to Washington. I guess I should have said something about that. I got my Goonies stickers, which was fun. And then we have the Columbia River Maritime Museum, which was also really great. I really liked it. If you have the chance to go. It's also great if it's cloudy and windy. It's a good place to be because it's indoors. And then we had the day at Cannon Beach. And then here we are, the rest of Cannon Beach, and then heading over to Cape Mears. It's hard to believe how much stuff we fit into each day. And here's Cape Mears Lighthouse. So that was fun. So that's as far as we've gotten. Okay, so we are working on our scarf, coming along very nicely. I don't have enough yarn. We've got about this much left. So I'm going to finish this off, probably start on the next scarf since it's almost Valentine's Day, and get that going, and then hopefully the new yarn will be here by then. So we are also watching Queer Eye. There's a new season out, so I'm very excited about that. There's only so much Gilmore Girls you can watch in one day. So we're just curled up here with the dogs. Got Lucy on the left and Oreo on the right there. Got the fish in the fish tank. And we're just having a nice cozy evening. My husband has a gig tonight, so it's just me and the doggies. Got a lot of scrapbook pages done today. That's the most scrapbooking I've gotten done in 2 years, I think, so that's good. We're gonna bake up some of those cookies tomorrow as well, and the croissants. I'm just very excited about that bread subscription. It's dangerous. So just going to continue on this. This is that front post cluster stitch. Like my sister said, you know, the yarn is just so busy that you don't really see the stitch very well. But it's a very nice texture. It's nice and thick, so I think it'll be good. It's been raining lately, but I'm hoping we'll get some more of that colder morning temperatures so that I can wear the scarf after I've made it. I tend to be behind the 8 ball on these things to the point where the scarf isn't done until after I need it, but I will have them for next year then. So I'm just gonna keep going with this, watch some more Queer Eye, and enjoy my evening. We got our 2 packs of cookies from Wildgrain, and they have baking instructions. So we're gonna do that. We got 350. I'm gonna start that. We've got our fermented olive oil sourdough bread that we've been snacking on. We've been cooking up a storm. We've got our 2 cookies and our croissants, which is really good. So let me give you a review. We've got the molasses ginger cookies. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's what I was hoping the gingerbread would taste like. Very good. Wow. Reminds me of Grandma's cookies, Kelly. I also like that they're frozen and I can just cook a few at a time, which is nice, so I'm not eating like a dozen cookies. They're a little soft in the middle. For some reason my oven doesn't cook things as fast as the recipe says, so I even added on extra time, but I need to add on some more extra time. Chocolate chip. That is your classic quintessential chocolate chip cookie. Very good. Got kind of a crunch around the outside and then soft in the middle. And these croissants, oh my god. Look at these things. They're gorgeous. They're a little under in the middle as well, but I cooked them as far as I felt I could cook them. As brown as I could get them. Totally flaky, buttery, perfect croissant. And because you're cooking them in your house from frozen, your whole house smells like a bakery. It's beautiful, beautiful. Perfection, chef's kiss. Okay, so there's your review. I'm gonna eat way too much bread this week. I'm gonna try and not cook the rest of the shipment. I've got a month before the next one comes, so do our best to set some boundaries with ourselves, with the inner kid. That's wonderful. Definitely have to walk this off. Okay, well that's it for this week. We didn't get much done, but we did get some scrapbooking done. And we did get a walk in, so that's nice. It's a beautiful walk on the pier. I always forget, you know, there was a fire on the pier several years ago and the end of the pier was burnt. And the restaurant that was the end of the pier was burnt. It was just like this mess that you couldn't go past, and it was just a sad reminder of the fire, and my brother-in-law was injured in the fire. So generally when we go to Seal Beach to walk, we just walk around along the boardwalk. We walk along the pathway in front of the houses, but in winter they build up this huge berm of sand, so you can't really see anything, and we tend not to walk during that time of year. It's to prevent flooding because the houses are so close to the beach that the big storms cause flooding, so they build this huge berm so that hopefully the waves, the water won't go over. It still goes over sometimes. But so we decided to walk on the pier, and I keep forgetting that the pier is fixed. It's repaired, the building's knocked down, the fire damage is gone. Like, the whole thing is this beautiful pier now. So we went at sunset and did that, and yeah, we got our album halfway done, maybe halfway done, I'm not sure. To the point where I know I should have bought another album, and because it was scrapbook.com and I was already, I think I got free shipping because I got a discount, but I should have just picked out an album because now I'm gonna have to pick out an album. We got a lot of pages done. I did get my scrapbook.com shipment, so we have the other paper that we can use for this. And the other album, I did go through the Washington photos. There's over 300. So this one has 200. The other one is like 330 or something. I just take way too many pictures, and I want to show all the pictures that I took. I try and pare it down, but that's as far down as I have pared it. So it'll be interesting. So I've got those ready to go. I don't have to print them right away, so I think I'm just going to wait for another one of those 50% off photo discounts on Wildgrain's photo and print them whenever I get that email, because it's a lot of photos and I would rather save the money. So it's going to have to be a different album anyway, because this album is already half taken up. In fact, I might have to order more sleeves from my sister to fill this in. So we will definitely have to get a different album for Washington. I'm glad I didn't make the cover page yet with like both of them in there on the cover page. So yeah, we'll go ahead and continue scrapbooking. I forgot that we have some 3-day weekends coming up. I've got 2 3-day weekends in a row for both those president holidays here in the States. So I've got plenty of time to cut things out. So I think I'm going to continue with the scrapbooking because I have it all laid out. So next week we will continue with the scrapbooking. When I finish that, I will move on to the tablets because they're ready to go. So I'll just cut those out and start working on those bit by bit. And then when we get to the 3-day weekends, I'll be doing the coin purses, and then I want to make the Harrelson bags for the craft fair as well. So if I can get, we got the piggies done, if I can get the tablets, the coin purses, and the Harrelson bags done for the spring craft fair, that's all I need to worry about. I should make some more sachets as well to have those as well. But I feel moderately prepared for that. I have to go for the meeting tomorrow where I do my jury process, so hopefully that goes all well. All ready to just put everything in place for the fair, so very excited about that. So thank you for joining me this week. I love to have you come here and spend time with me, and I love to just talk your ear off. Apparently I was editing this video and I was talking through the entire scrapbook process, so everywhere where you see me fast forwarding, I was still talking to you. I had to pare that way down. So I hope you have a wonderful week ahead and hope to see you back here next week. And if no one's told you lately, you're doing a great job. Just keep being you and keep trying to figure out your place in the world, and you're doing wonderful. So see you next week. Love you. Bye.